Okay, for the first activity, Alphabetic Principle, I chose CLFP43A demonstrates basic knowledge of letter sound correspondence by producing the sound of some letters. So for that activity, I have a die with letters, just whatever letters they're learning that at that period of time. And then the student will roll it and say it lands on a G, then they'll be like G, and then they'll go find something in the room that corresponds with the letter G, so say glue. And that's the first activity. For the second activity, rhyming, I chose CLFP32B, distinguishes whether two words rhyme or not. So for this, I made a hopscotch track. Hold on. So this is what the hopscotch track would look like. Each kid would have one of these in their hand, and then the hopscotch would look like this and have things in it. And so whichever kid has, say, the pan in their hand, then they would go through the hopscotch, like jumping it, and on their way by, they would pick up the fan and then finish it and bring it to the teacher, and then they would all just go picking up whichever one they had in their hand. For the third activity, syllables, I chose RFK2B, count, pronounce, blend, and segment syllables in spoken words. I wouldn't say that this activity is quite that difficult, but that's the closest one to match it. But I've got 3 sheets for 1, 2, and 3 syllables, and then ideally these would be laminated, but I don't have a laminator. And so they would be laid out, and then there's also these little cards with words and pictures on them. And so say for flower, flower has 2 syllables, so then they would with Velcro or tape would stick it on the 2-syllable page. For the fourth activity, beginning sounds, I chose CLFP43A demonstrates basic knowledge of letter sound correspondence by producing the sound of some letters. For the activity, I have little sheets that have pictures on them and letters next to it, little cards, and then they will look at the picture. So say scissors, they'll decide what letter scissors start with, so scissors, and then they'll be able to put a clip on that letter, like that. For the fifth activity, the free choice activity, I chose CLFP43, knows and applies age-appropriate word analysis skills in decoding words. I made a magic word activity, so I don't have watercolors, so bear with me, I'm trying to use markers. But so the idea is the teacher will write in white crayon on the paper a 3-letter word and then also lines underneath of them, and then the kid will be able to paint to reveal the letter. So there's a C, and then the next one is an A and a T. And so it'll say cat, and the kid will be able to read the word cat, and then they will also write what it is underneath, like copy the letters too.